Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, I have a legendary icon with me right now. Former manager Regina Belle, Roberto Flack. He has worked with many great people. He's an icon in the city of Montreal. I introduce to you Mr. Mervyn Dash. How are you today?
Fine, thank you very much.
How's everything?
Everything is fine.
Before we get into your career, I want to talk about growing up in St. Henry around the Little Burgundy area.
Okay.
Now it's going through gentrification. But when you were growing up, talking about the area, the composition of the area, what kind of people were there? What was the vibe? What was the energy when you were growing up?
Music was all around in Montreal.
Okay.
You know, I was sneaking into clubs when I was about 14 or 15 because Montreal was very active. They brought a lot of big names.
Yeah, talking about Montreal, I heard Montreal was bigger than Toronto back then.
Yes, Montreal was named the Little Paris of North America.
Wow.
You could go to a club. Clubs closed at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
And
they served alcohol till 4?
Yes, they did.
Wow. Okay.
And then they had some other clubs, like the Café Saint Michel, and they had a breakfast session.
Wow.
Where all the musicians who were working live at the other clubs would come to this club.
Okay.
And they'd sit in and form a great big band.
Wow.
And they would play. You would see people coming out of there at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning.
So tell me about the great artists that were coming through Montreal at that time.
Duke Ellington, Billy Eckstine. There was Nelson Simon, who was a great guitarist.
So it was normal for these major artists to come through Montreal.
Oh yeah, they wanted to come to Montreal. As it went on, I got to own a club.
Yes. Talking about the club.
Well, prior to the club,
Yes.
loving the music industry so much, I formed a group. It
Okay.
was called Three Bips and a Bop.
Yes, you told me about that one.
Yes, I had not a guitar, but a pianist, a drummer, and a saxophone.
Is that the one you were playing at NCC sometimes?
Yes,
Was that around time?
we played there.
Okay.
We weren't very good, but we I was determined. We played there.
Okay.
It was 3 bips and a bop. Eventually, they let me go. They said, "You're not singing," and they were right. So I didn't sing, but I didn't lose my love for music. Then I worked on the railroad for a hot minute, saved up as much as I could.
I want to talk about the railroad because being a porter back then was very popular for black men, right?
It was the only place to work.
Okay, why is that the only place to work?
Well, because that's the way the system was.
Okay.
And it was back in the day when you didn't get no breaks being black.
Okay.
My father came from the West Indies. He was an accountant. When he went to look for a job as an accountant, he was like a laugher.
Wow.
He said, "Hey, you better go and be a boot black or be a red cap or be a porter."
So most blacks are doing the porter thing.
Oh, yes. When you saw a black doing something other than being a porter, it was very surprising.
Okay.
I remember as a kid, me and my friends, we used to go to New York. We'd wash cars and gain up. It was $16.95 to take the bus to go to New York.
That's it?
Yes, back
Wow.
in my day. And we would go there and we would go to the Apollo Theater. And at the Apollo Theater, they would play a movie. The house lights would go down. The movie would go off, no matter what part of the movie it was. And then the curtain would open. And one of the most amazing things at that time when I'd see was this microphone would come up from the floor.
Okay.
And then they would introduce the acts. And you could see Dinah Washington, the OJs, the Delphonics, Jackie Wilson. You could see a lot of them on the same show. I saw James Brown there, and it's bing, 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 bing. They only did 1 or 2 numbers.
Okay.
And the show went on for about maybe an hour or so, maybe a little more. And when they were finished, Mike went down, the curtain closed, and went back to the movie. Whatever part was missing,
They went back to the movie.
they went right back to the movie.